A New Mexico sheriff refuses to enforce the New Mexico governor's insane ban on carrying guns. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time that we talk about the complete and total chaos that is currently unfolding in the state of New Mexico. That is right, New Mexico is back in the news, and not for a good reason. Because the nutjob governor of the state just enacted arguably the most insane anti-Second Amendment ban, restriction, whatever you want to call it, ever. As the governor issued an order that suspended the right to carry firearms in public across Albuquerque. Oh, that's right. They suspended the right to carry firearms in Albuquerque for 30 days. You cannot make this up. This is arguably the most insane order we've ever seen related to the Second Amendment. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Alright, everybody. Again, let me be 100% clear. The shootings that happened in Albuquerque is a complete and total travesty. I mean, you had, I believe, an 11-year-old boy get shot outside a baseball stadium. It's like, this needs to stop. But this isn't a gun problem. It is a person problem. The thug that did that should immediately get the death penalty. I don't care about, oh, the death penalty is not pro-life. First of all, that's baloney. Second of all, he killed an innocent child. This isn't about the guns. It's about who's doing it. These people are not mentally well. And instead of focusing on that, this nutjob decided to issue an order that suspended the right to carry firearms in public. And you read the order, it's like, wait a minute here. You read it carefully, theoretically, they could knock down your door at 3 a.m. and say, you have a gun, give it to us now, and we're going to give you a $5,000 fine. You read the order, that's kind of what it says at parts. This is the problem with these emergency orders, which, by the way, they are using a public health emergency. That's right. A public health emergency is why they are banning guns for 30 days. You can't make this up. And even the governor of New Mexico said, well, nothing in the Constitution is 100%, and, you know, amendments of the Constitution could theoretically be temporarily suspended. That's what she said! And guess what? There are several sheriffs in New Mexico that are refusing to enforce this garbage ban. Because one, it's like, how do you enforce it? Do you knock down people's doors at 3 a.m.? Do you arrest them in public? What do you do? But secondly, there's nothing in the Constitution that allows for this. There's no emergency order that can suspend rights. That's baloney. And then you got the Ben Shapiro's of the world saying that, actually, there are parts in the Constitution that says it. What? No, there isn't. The founders purposely left out emergency powers or whatever for this reason. Because this is what they're using. This is a 30-day emergency, and you cannot have the right to bear arms for those 30 days to protect the public health. Well, okay, 30 days later, they're just going to do the same thing, and over, and over and over again. That's why this is just a bad precedent to set. That's why nobody's ever done anything crazy like this. And then you got conservatives on Twitter defending it. Even most Democrats on Twitter are saying, we may not be in favor of, this guns and stuff, but this is just flat out unconstitutional. You can't just suspend the right to bear arms. Even most Democrats are saying that. So there is a lot of backlash, but oddly, the Ben Shapiro types, they're defending this? It's like, I thought you cared so much about the Constitution, but you're fine with this ban? This is a problem with, the Ben Shapiro types. They say this is allowed, but I guarantee you if a Republican did this, to say, transgenders or whatever, say, we're going to put a 30-day moratorium on, these health clinics that provide transgender crap. How much would be these same conservatives would say, that's unconstitutional? It's like, what's your freaking end game? Supporting gun control? When that's not the issue here, the issue is these people that should be given the death penalty. So let's read it, because I'm glad that there are a couple sheriffs in New Mexico that are saying, we're not enforcing this. This is complete and total crap. On Friday, Bernalillo County, New Mexico Sheriff John Allen announced that he has reservations regarding an order from Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham to suspend firearms for 30 days because it, quote-unquote, challenges the foundation of our Constitution. That's right. A sheriff from a fairly Democrat county is saying this is complete and total garbage. Most sheriffs that are honest with themselves, they know that gun control like this, you can't enforce it. You just can't. Because it's like, okay, where does it begin and where does it end? What counts as, the public, and where can we not take guns and stuff? It's like, there's a big question mark about it. In a post on X, Allen acknowledged that every lost life is a tragedy, and the well-being of our community is on the paramount concern of Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, he said. However, as the elected sheriff, I have reservations regarding this order. Which is true. Again, nobody's saying we don't have a problem. We do. But it's not a gun problem. It's like we've had guns for centuries now. Now you're telling me now it's a gun problem? Give me a break. This is a mental illness crisis, and quite frankly, people that should be in prison being let out because these garbage, that's not, there's a victimless crime. He should be let out. It's like, no. While I understand and appreciate the urgency, the temporary ban challenges the foundation of our Constitution, which I swore an oath to uphold. He continued, I am wary of placing my deputies in positions that could lead to civil liability conflicts, as well as the potential risk posed by prohibiting law-abiding citizens from their constitutional right to self-defense. I mean, what's going to happen in 30 days if gun violence goes up? I mean, honestly, if gun violence goes up by 20%, again, I don't know, but if it stays high, it's like, well, what's the freaking point of the ban? It kind of just proves that these gun bans, gun control, it doesn't work. I was elected to represent and safeguard all constituents and to ensure the balance between our rights and public safety is maintained, Allen said. That means we must critically evaluate any proposed solution in the deeply rooted issue of gun violence, even though the issue has to deal with mental illness. And I don't get why people aren't talking about that. This stems from mental illness. It's obvious every shooter, mass shooter in the world, they obviously have something wrong with them. It's like, is it really a gun problem? Or is it a person problem? Just think about it. Ensuring we protect our community and uphold the values that define us as a nation. Allen listed 7 initiatives that his office has implemented to curb gun violence in his jurisdiction. These initiatives are utilizing extreme risk protection orders, a behavioral health unit, a youth gun violence prevention program, a felon firearm possession intervention, a crime commission initiative, partnered between different agencies, and a violence intervention group. So, I mean, these all sound good, but just, what does that mean by, youth gun violence prevention? I think that just means, hey, don't get involved in gangs, don't do drugs. That's kind of what I'm thinking this means, but, these sound fine and are certainly far better than just saying, guns are banned. You do not have the right to bear arms. While we may not be in complete alignment with the governor's recent order, we remain steadfast in our commitment to work collaboratively both with our office and with the community to find sustainable solutions to the gun violence epidemic plaguing our country, Allen concluded. Even though it's a mental illness crisis, not, just a gun violence epidemic. I mean, let's be real. If we had guns completely banned, let's just say without the argument of, the government would take over everything. Let's just say nobody had guns. If somebody wanted to commit a crime, they would get a knife, they would get a different weapon, and kill somebody. Let's just be 100% real. This is the real world. This isn't freaking fairyland where, freaking nothing bad happens, it's a completely perfect world. It isn't. If we had the same mental illness with guns, without guns, it doesn't matter. We would be seeing the same exact thing. Earlier Friday, Governor Grisham announced that she was placing a 30-day ban on open and concealed carrying a firearm in Albuquerque and Bernalillo counties after an 11-year-old boy was killed on his way home from a baseball game Wednesday. Again, it's awful that this happened. And the person that did it, death penalty. No question about it, death penalty. But with that being said, the guy's obviously insane. Who in their right mind, let alone kill anybody, but kill a child? Who's freaking nuts enough to do that? But either way, this is absolutely insane what the governor's doing. But luckily we do have some sheriffs saying, no, we are not doing this. But the fact that we have these conservatives saying that the governor had the right to do this, do you morons understand the precedent that this can set? Do you? Because guess what? If they are allowed to ban guns for 30 days, what's going to happen 30 days later? They're going to do the same thing. And it just keeps going on and on. And what if they do this to the First Amendment and say, we got to stop the spread of hate from Catholic churches, so for 30 days, Catholic churches are closed. That's my point, that this opens a can of worms that it needs to be put to an end now. And I'm glad some sheriffs are saying no to this. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.